Right, just want to show you how I put this mounted knight on horseback together. Right, you have to excuse me, the mess around me, it's just what it is. So what I'm using is invisible no more nails, and which are just going to go around the seams. Yeah, I can squeeze it out. Come on, there we are. Now it doesn't look invisible now, but this does dry in see-through. And of course all the excess, when it is dry, if it is visible, you just sort of use a nail file or something equivalent to just scrape it away. It's quite simple, it's just time consuming. Right, this is the first part of the horsey. There we are. I always find that there is gaps, and what you can do is you can just smear it in like this around all the edges, using no more nails to fill the gaps as best you can. Of course you can use solder if you're that way minded. I've got a little jeweler's clamp here which I'm going to attempt to put the horse in. Keep it together. There. Right, so it'll be in there for about 15-20 minutes. Let's do that again. Yes, so like I was saying, 20 minutes. I hope you can still see. Right, whilst we're waiting for a horsey to dry, I'm going to attach this guy's arm. So what you want to do is, you're going to put the arm in the socket until it looks and feels just right. So about there, feels just fine. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a blob of no more nails invisible right there on the socket. Well, the you know, the knobbly bit. There we are. Don't worry about making a mess, you can clear it up afterwards. Ow. That didn't hurt, I don't know why I said that. Oh, it's been one of them days today. A bit crazy. Alright, so I'm going to hold that in place just for a moment because my jeweler's clamp's busy. Alright, I'll get back in a sec. Right, so whilst I'm waiting for the arm to dry and the horse to dry, I've glued the shield to his shield arm, and I'll just let that rest there. It's going to take a long time for all the glue in it to set, so I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Right, whilst I'm waiting for the arm to dry on the shield, and the horse is still a bit tacky and a bit dry, and I'll have to put some no nails over the seams, but it seems pretty sturdy enough to put the head and the tail on. So get some more nails on there. Squeeze it out. Get a generous blob of it on there. it on. So don't worry about the excess, it dries in see-through anyway. Just sort of smear it around the edges. That'll help with the seal. Okay, I'm going to put another blob of no nails up his bum. Like so. Make sure you get the right end. And just poke it up his bum. Like that. Perfect. Okay, so we'll just let that dry. And I'll see you in a bit. Right, it's still drying, but it's solid enough to work with. So what I'm going to do now is attach the horse to the base plate if you like. Now if you have one of these and you are doing this yourself, that there, you see on the base plate there are 3 holes. One there, one in the middle, one there. That there is a footprint, it's not where the foot stands. It's a footprint of the front left hoof. So we're gluing the front right, the back right onto the middle, and the rear left. Okay. Right. That one. That one. And that one there. There we have it. And just sort of keep it pressed on there until it dries. I'm going to use this to keep it upright. Okay. Right. Still waiting for Horsey to dry to the stand. So we're going to attach the shield arm into the socket there. As you look at, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you see the armour around the shoulder on this arm, it matches. You follow the line of this chainmail here, and it should just slot in there just nicely. So I'll put a blob of glue there in the socket. God, when I cut the hole in this tube I should have made it bigger. Right, nice generous blob. And voila, don't worry about the excess, as before, it'll dry in clear. Okay, we'll just let that dry. Right, I'm now going to put the reins on. It goes this way up, so it's pointing up so the rider can hold on. You'll see there's 2 knobbly bits which should fit in to the side of the horse's, the top part of its mouth. Put a tiny blob of this on there. I had a bit of a problem with the knight's arm. It kept falling off, so I had to re-glue it, but not to worry. Not to worry. We'll get there. It's just a case of manipulating it. There. And we'll just let that to dry. Right, hello there guys. Right, it has been a full... I've left this overnight. It is now the next day. So everything's all dried and solid. So all of our horses there. Tail, reins, and it looks pretty good. Not too bad at all. So now all we have to do is stick our man to the saddle. So literally wherever his bum touches, you see this bit here, that's actually the saddle, but obviously that's part of the saddle. So we're going to put glue here and glue at the back there, and then we'll just plonk him on. So here we go. I'll do it. Just like that. Right, I'll leave that to dry for a few hours, and then that's it done, pretty much. Obviously, if you were going to paint it, you'd paint all the individual parts using enamel paints. You can get those from eBay. And the fine little brushes. You'd paint all the individual pieces first, as my advice, before gluing them together. Right, so there we have it. That is our mounted knight. This one's made out of pewter. It's quite heavy, and there we have it. So I am selling some of these. They're on my Facebook group, which I'll put a link in the description, just in case you want to go and have a look. So if you do decide to buy anything from me, I send it to you in pieces, so it's down to you guys to put together yourselves. So there we have it. Thanks very much for your time, and hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and I shall see you all on the next one.